Welcome to Pathways of Hope. My name is Raul Roncal, and I'm the one giving the reflection for our gospel today. It's taken from the Gospel of Mark chapter 5, 1 to 20. I'd say exciting story of the casting out of demons from the man who was in from Gerasenes and who had demons possessing him. They came to the outer side of the sea and the country of Gerasenes, and when he had come out of the boat, there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit, who lived among the tombs, and no one could bind him any more, even with a chain, for he had often been bound with fetters and chains. But the chains he wrenched apart, and the fetters he broke in pieces, and no one had the strength to subdue him. Night and day among the tombs and on the mountains he was always crying out and bruising himself with stones. And when he saw Jesus from afar, he ran and worshipped him. And crying out with a loud voice, he said, "What have you to do with us, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I adjure you by God, do not torment me." For he has said to him, "Come out of the man, you unclean spirit." And Jesus asked him, "What is your name?" He replied, "My name is Legion, for we are many." And he begged him eagerly not to send them out of the country. Now a great herd of swine was feeding there in the hillside, and they begged him, "Send us to the swine, let us enter them." So he gave them leave, and the unclean spirits came out and entered the swine, and the herd, numbering about 2,000, rushed down to the steep bank into the sea, and were drawn into the sea. And the herdsmen fled and told it in the city and in the country. And the people came to see what it has that had happened. And they came to Jesus and saw the demoniac sitting there, clothed and in his right mind, and the man who had the legion, and they were afraid. And those who had seen it told what had happened to the demoniac and to the swine. And they began to beg Jesus to depart from their neighborhood. And so he was getting into the boat. The man who had possessed with demons begged him that he might be with him. But he refused and said to him, "Go home to your friends and tell them how much the Lord has done for you and how he has had mercy on you." And he went away and began to proclaim in the Decapolis how much Jesus had done for him, and all the men marveled. A powerful story, right? You might say to yourself, "Wow, that doesn't happen anymore nowadays." Well, you can do some research, and it seems that all you need to do is type exorcism in Google, and you would see that it seems that there still are people who are possessed by evil spirits. But you don't have to look too far. The way the evil spirits, which is not only one but spirits, was possessing this man is very descriptive. And they said nothing could stop him, nothing could bound him, that these evil spirits were doing whatever they want with the man, and the man, and what the spirits were doing to him was beyond anyone's control. And yet the moment they saw Jesus, they were afraid. "What will you do with us, Son of Man, Son of God, Son of the Most High? What would you do with us?" And of course, Jesus said, "What is your name?" He said, "Legion, for we are many." And he made the request, this legion, just cast out of the swine. Swines or pigs were considered animals that were low and degraded. So symbol of evil and symbol of something bad. But here, they were asked, "Just send us where we're supposed to go." And of course, Jesus obeyed. And these demons went to the swine, and they were swept into the sea. And the sea, again, is a symbol of evil. But here, Jesus clearly was conquering this legion, these evil spirits. And what happened? The man who was possessed by this legion found himself set free. set free enough that the people were amazed at what happened. And this man wanted to follow Jesus. But then Jesus said, no, go and tell others of the mercy that you have received from the Lord. And that's what he did. Now you might say that event does not happen in our modern times. I don't think so. Many today are occupied, possessed by greed, by lust, by other forms of attachments that in one sense possess us enough that others cannot bound and cannot limit what these evil things in our life would have us do. Have you ever heard of people who are so addicted to the point that their addiction has led to the collapse of their personal life and even in their family? And yet the good news is it's possible for Jesus, for God, to enter into one's life and to free us, to cast those evil spirits, those legions, to where they belong, so that you can live a life that's better, a life that is good. And we've heard of many stories like that, of men and women who've been changed by the Lord, who have experienced the mercy of God. So this good news is good news for all of us. Even if you don't feel like there are demons in your life that's as powerful as the legions in this story, it is yet a great encouragement that no matter how many legions are out there, Jesus, the one we follow, can easily push them away, only if we allow him to. God bless us, and I hope that this message today would bring encouragement to all of us. God bless us.